the path of this meteor, and we used the seismometer data in Manus Island, Papua New Guinea, we found the distance where the explosion took off based on the time delay between the signal of light that was detected by US government sensors and the signal of sound that was detected by this seismometer. And we went there with a ship and we searched that area. We crisscrossed that region of about 10 kilometers in size, and we found most of the spherules along the path that we anticipated. And that is already tentative evidence. We plan to examine the material composition of the relics that we found. These are basically metallic spheres, marbles that we found on the ocean floor, roughly 1 millimeter in size. I just received the FedEx package with those spherules. You can see one of them right here in my hand. It's tiny in a vial, roughly 1 millimeter in size, 1 milligram in mass. And they are the molten droplets of the surface of this object that we found. And we plan to examine what they're made of, what kind of radioactive isotopes they carry, and by that demonstrate that they are from outside the solar system. And of course, the first evidence we had for that is the high speed of this object, above the escape speed from the solar system. So clearly, it seems like it came from far away. And the question is it natural or maybe artificial in origin?
Hello, everybody. Welcome to Sunday's Alien Addict. I'm Lee Stevens. And in a second, I'm going to be joined by Stu and Ollie as we talk Spaceballs. I'm going to be perfectly honest. I haven't got a fucking clue what's going on with the Spaceballs. I watched that guy talk about them for a little bit. I don't trust that guy at all. So, without further ado, Oliver, Stuart, how are you?
All good.
Ollie's muted his mic again. Absolute pro.
I invited Avi on, you know.
And he did not accept.
You
Shocking.
could have said that you don't like him, like an hour in, because he's not going to watch an hour into this show.
Oh no! It's. I mean, I don't trust.
You didn't say. You said you didn't trust him.
Yeah.
Mm.
It just seems weird. The whole ball thing's weird. Even the getting them, the
big magnet.
Yeah. I'm just saying, and obviously I don't know things about a lot about ocean extraction of small particles.
Can I just say, don't worry, everybody in the chat. Stick with us. We're not going to do an hour and a half on Avi.
No, we're going to pivot. We're going to pivot.
We're not going to talk. Oh,
a bit loud there. Sorry.
No. I thought you guys froze. Maybe I froze. I'm going to go.
No, you froze for us.
All right. Okay. I'll go and try and sort this out in a second. I just remembered I've got something running upstairs. Yeah. It just seems like, I mean, the sea is pretty big, isn't it? Pretty big.
Especially Pacific.
Yeah, and
I mean, they're all big, but holy shit, the Pacific.
But the idea that all of these things could be just in one small space, because so even if you knew something had happened, like there'd been a crash or you'd seen a saucer or something, or we expect
the space where it's done is where that asteroid hit.
Yeah.
It was IM1 that was crashed in the ocean.
I know what you're saying though. The chances of them getting.
Yeah, but you got current, haven't you? You know, it's
You do.
the whole thing. If I'm dead honest, and I suppose I'm coming off the fence a little bit early about this, and I've got a little strange tuft of hair sticking up. Where's that going? There we are.
I like it. Keep it.
It's still there. Wow, that's persistent. To me, it sounds like UFOs are the hot shit right now. He wants to do some sort of study on these.
Oh, you're definitely
things.
breaking up the night.
Weird. I'm gonna give me a minute. I'll come back and try and sort this out.
Okay.
I think I get what Lee's saying there. Like, everything's all. It's like we're at a bloody buffet. You know, you can have every bit that you want, but there's nothing there that's going to be taste. You know, it's a cheap buffet.
What have we had this week? We've had sightings of the SR-72. We've had Ross Coulthard saying that there's alien craft so big that they had to put a building over it.
We'll play that clip.
Yeah.
There's a great interview that Jay did. I've only watched probably about 45
it's a few days
minutes.
old now. There's the girl that freaked out in the plane that you guys talked about the other night. With the shapeshifter, my dog pick off. And there's just, God, take your pick. I mean, literally, what am I like? Every time I go on TikTok, I ping another thing across to the WhatsApp chat.
I mean, I suppose this one is I do think that Avi's balls are probably the real deal when it comes to from a meteorite that's, you know, the furthest out that they've found one. Do I think it's going to be from a spacecraft? Absolutely not.
No, I mean, I think is he not kind of hoping it's just come from another? Like it's come into the solar system.
He mentioned
Oumuamua. Yeah, did he?
Yeah,
right.
He said it's possible.
No, I think stretch in there.
But it's one of those. I mean, I like the fact that he's putting himself out there because it must be like a bit testing on his reputation being in that field.
From what I understand, he gets a lot of stick at Harvard.
Yeah.
Like he's literally persona non grata. They just, you know, I think he's got tenure there, which means they really can't fire him, unless he does something utterly egregious. So, like, basically, they're stuck with him, so he can kind of do whatever he wants.
Yeah.
But the problem they've also got is, what if he's right? And with all this Grush stuff coming out, and there's now further whistleblowers that have given testimony, again behind closed doors, but these are the people that he talked about having had first-hand knowledge and have seen this stuff. So, and the bill that Senator Gillibrand and Marco Rubio sponsoring, that's still to go through both the House and the Senate, that is got all the, like, your Raytheons, your Lockheed Martins, your Northrop Grummons, all these you know, manufacturers who potentially have these objects and crafts or whatever you want to call them. They're screwed.
Yeah.
Because the language in these bills is
maybe it was Stu Lee. Stu,
that's why. What?
You just paused then.
Did I?
Yeah, I think it might be. Maybe it could be you. Maybe it's my connection. I don't know.
I think I'm okay. I don't know. Anyway, I'm hardwired, so it shouldn't be Wi-Fi.
It was just once. You only it was a little stutter.
But no, the potential of these guys getting rid of like Ross Coulthard's going on about he's aware of one or two companies trying to what he calls divest themselves of the technology, and that's when Jay asked the question, you know, can they do that in such a short space of time, and he turned around and said, "I'll tell you this, you know, there's potentially a huge UFO with a building over it, and now everybody's looking for the
Can
building."
I just play that? I'm sure Jay won't mind us playing this epic clip from his channel.
These clips, so I think you're safe.
Yeah, he's
Okay, the pivot happened early. Sorry, folks.
no, but I mean, we'll return to have his balls definitely. I mean, I'm
The big heavy
ocean.
balls as well. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, let's face it, his balls are tiny as well. These are just tiny little
Microscopic.
pinhead. They are pinhead size. I believe he said. I believe he said.
Leah, you
I
muted
mean-
yourself. He gives you. Oh,
I didn't fucking mean to.
why am I the only person on screen here?
Oh, there we are. That was weird.
That got a bit intense there. Who pressed buttons?
Do you know, if I don't drink, the show just falls to pieces. Like,
Oh yeah. That's it. That's the real problem. Get some vodka in that.
that's the Lucasade.
God.
Definitely. You're right. What you said earlier, though, Stu. Definitely need to get Jay on from Project Unity. Years ago, I did send him an invite. I don't even know if I did live shows back then, but he'd only just kind of started the channel.
Yeah,
but it's a great channel. That
I remember
very-
when he only had 200 subscribers, and I didn't actually subscribe
I
to him
think,
at
I
that
think
point.
I do.
I just watched his channel a little bit, kept an eye on it, and I think when he got to sort of 2,000, I subscribed.
Got very respected in the community very quickly.
Yeah,
Which is something we will never do.
no.
Maybe he won't want to come here. He won't want to be associated with the. But like I said, the boy likes a beer. So maybe
you UFOs, YouTube riffraff.
Yeah,
So
we
he
are,
says,
we are.
have we got to send him a case of beer to get him on?
I'll do that. Not a problem. Share screen. There we go.
Was it? So just quickly, was this the balls was on Newsweek, wasn't it?
The balls was on. Is it News Nation?
The balls were on the BBC.
Sorry,
shockingly enough.
Oh, were they?
Wow.
Yeah.
Interesting. If you see it start, mind you, I think the BBC need just about any story they can possibly get, which might get some interest at the moment.
A bit of distraction going on at the BBC. Yeah, quite agree.
They never put Grush out, did they?
They did, but only online.
The BBC.
They literally just put a quick article online and then it vanished. So work that one out, if you will.
Weird.
I've got a terrible connection tonight. You
seem fine, mate.
It's nothing to do. No, used to just froze on me. It's nothing to do with what I was doing upstairs. I thought it was something to do. I had like one of those things to take.
You were mining Bitcoin, weren't you?
Is the show running okay? People in the chat, let us know.
I was running one of those things to take screen burn away from televisions upstairs on my bedroom telly. The massive penis burnt into the telly. But yeah, they are that News Nation or whatever it's called.
News Nation.
Like they're one story shy of like starting to rerun Mork and Mindy, because if it's got UFOs on it right now, they will. But it's not even a question of what is it. It's just like, I've got a UFO story. They seem to say, oh, what time can you be here?
Yeah, but guess which channel they own?
Yes, I was just about to say, because I watched
George fucking Knapp,
the sister company.
Yeah, they put the money in to set up the mystery wire thing for him.
Right.
So they are balls deep.
So that explains. Well, that explains the fact that everyone that's coming through the News Nation thing has connections to Knapp and help me. Corbell, yeah.
Well.
Help me.
This is just going to be one of these
we
nights.
mention his name every week, Lee.
I know, I know.
Get a beer down, yeah.
No, I haven't drank over a week.
Good man.
That's the problem.
I know.
Sober.
I've had some shandies
Is he
today.
frozen?
No, you're not frozen, mate.
Yeah, it just seems that it just seems to be their thing now, doesn't it? That UFOs are the News Nation thing, and it's worked for them. So I see why they would carry it on, but the balls thing seems a bit weird.
I mean, I don't subscribe to news channels, but I am now subscribed to News Nation because I feel like that's I need to be because that's where we're going to get something pop up.
Yeah, they're there for the content now.
Ollie Moody wants to know if the crazy plane lady got in contact or filed a restraining order.
I haven't checked the emails today. Let's have a quick look. Actually, have you checked the email, Lee?
I would have got I think all the emails, including the Alien Addict emails, get mashed into my personal emails now. So, oh no, I haven't checked them.
Group chat. No, she's not been in touch yet. But
no.
Surprise.
Interestingly enough, I watched a TikTok last night, and I didn't really think much of it because it's one of those things where people say stuff, and he was saying stuff that seemed reasonably plausible, but you still don't know that it's nonsense. Apparently that everybody had to get off that plane. Because it's a standard protocol. If something like that happens, the plane needs to disembark. They need to take all the luggage off.
Yeah,
essentially,
it was like 3 or 4 hour delay.
Yeah,
they need to try and get back on the plane.
Well, this is the thing,
and they got escorted out the airport after that.
Yeah, well, this is the thing. There's no record of her being arrested or for breach of the peace. Maybe, I don't know. I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure
what she did's an FAA violation. It's an arrestable offence. What she did, I can't remember the exact criminal law on it, but it's definitely she can get nicked for it and fine.
Yeah. I don't
think she should because if she was scared and what have you, then.
But I mean, the one thing I would say is she was definitely looked petrified. I think she's had a few drinks, but who doesn't get on a flight? I mean, come on.
Especially if it's long haul, it's free.
Yeah.
It's certainly weird. I think there's the fact that she's disappeared, and she hasn't. There's been nothing about her. You'd have thought that a news channel would have got in touch with her and said, "Listen, come on, we'll give you a couple of $1,000. You can have a chat to us for 10 minutes." News Nation have definitely tried to get in touch with her. Through
Absolutely.
I've got a theory about that. Somebody said on Twitter that somebody said she was an actress. I don't think that's quite right. I think she's appeared in a few things, but she is linked to, or her husband or her family connection is with the talent agency CAA. And they're a powerful talent agency in America, like just about 90%.
Yeah, but that's the woman that Ollie put the picture up of on our group chat.
I can't remember. Yeah, probably.
Yeah, I don't think that's her because the apart from the fact that they're both pretty and blonde, like she's famous, that woman. Like she was in Catch Me If You Can. She's also worth something in the region of like $3.5 to $4 million.
No, I don't think it's her, but I think she is she's in the business. And supposedly CAA basically, put their foot down and said, if you guys report on this, then basically we'll not give you any juicy gossip about Hollywood.
No, but where's her being connected to that come from? Because I like, as far as I can see, we don't even know who she is or what her name is at the minute.
No, that's true. It was a Twitter thread that I started diving into.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's still it. That's still the on the back of like thinking it's the woman from Catch Me If You Can. And see, Joe, the main thing with that is for me is, like I say, she was on like something like a 777, and that's got like a premium or first class at the front. I don't think if you've got $3.5 to $4 million in the bank that you're sitting in the coach with everybody else.
No, I would agree with you there.
Absolutely not. The weird, when you're talking about a really weird week though, like for the ups and downs of what's gone on with ufology, the weaponized show right at the end that was on the other day, George Knapp and Corbell said that something's going to drop, I think, by the end of the month. That's going to be huge.
Is that
Now-
not those two whistleblowers, though, that have given on camera but behind closed doors
You mean the new
testimony?
ones, the new witness?
Yeah.
The new. I don't think so. He said at the end of the month.
Yeah, but I think we'll get to like at least hear who one of them are.
Mm.
The big problem it seems they've got in Congress is half of these committees that these guys like, that are wanting to talk to these guys, they don't have clearance. There's only like 2 or 3 committees that have got the top secret clearance to basically be able to listen to any testimony. The very limited amount of people in that building can actually listen to what these guys have got to say. So I mean that screws a lot over.
What did you think to what Ross said then
What
about
the
I'll bring the clip up.
yeah.
Just before you bring the clip up, the woman on the plane, to me, like it screams of the Las Vegas story, you know, where there's some sort of
you broke up then. You say it screams of the same sort of thing as the Vegas story. Is that what you're saying?
yes, yeah, because you're gonna have, because like the Vegas story is pretty much gone now, isn't it? So
Mhm.
the only thing that's missing is her coming out on TikTok and saying, "Yeah, I saw this thing," which we still might get. But that happened in the same way, because we got the Vegas story, and then we got Grush in the same week. Now we're getting these new whistleblowers and this in the same week. I wonder if this is a theme. You know, if you look at this stuff like I do, and I do believe we are watching a narrative unfold that's being told to us.
Guaranteed we're being manipulated in
Yeah.
some way, shape, or form.
So
Whether it's just the media playing silly buggers and feeding this stuff to us, or whether it's
or it's a control in hand. It's one or the other. I wonder whether if this is the phase of this we're going to get. So it's two things which are completely unrelated, so they're not going to get sort of confused with each other.
Mhm.
But you have like the official thing which is on the news, which is like the credible people talking, and then you also have like a video that goes viral, which is very much like a organic or Luke's organic type, like clickbaity thing.
Was it Dave though that was saying in the chat that it is weird though that you've got all these fake people claiming to be the guy sat next to her, and you've got other pieces of footage from a different plane and stuff like that. You said about the plane.
Mm.
Why is all this like fake stuff coming from this one lady that freaked out on a plane? You know, why are people saying? I mean, is that just a natural thing that happens these days with the internet?
The thing is, I think there's like the original thing might be a staged event, say, but then you get the clout chasers.
I was going to say
you're
getting folk that want the internet clout and the TikTok views.
Yeah, I mean, our TikTok isn't fucking amazing. Yeah, we've got a few thousand followers. We can scrape like 15 to 30,000 views on something. Things average at like 2 to 500 views, like over their lifetime. I put our clip up with us talking about this with a picture of it to try and get people to help us find where she is. And like over the course of the afternoon, that had like 538 views, which I realize is not a huge amount on TikTok. But what it shows is that there is a desire for people to watch content of this particular incident.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, we put a pin in her, not literally, but
I put something in her.
Do you want to roll the Ross Coulthard video? Oh man, it's going to be one of these nights.
He's not even had a beer.
Look, we don't need to worry about getting her on the show, as much as it'd be lovely to have her on the show. And obviously that was a joke. She's got a sense of humor. But she's either been CIA'd or she's an actress. So it's fine.
Oh, Ross is looking a bit peachy.
Yeah, I think he's got the same monitor that I have, and he's not worked out how to tweak it, because I was like this for quite some time. I feel for the man. So yeah, but I'll get the description. I'll put this in the chat for people. I will get it put into the description after the show. This is Jay from Project Unity interviewing Ross Coulthard. This is just a clip. It's interesting.
Okay.
Let me put it back to the...
Okay.
Oh.
Okay.
Ross, doesn't that just give them 6 months or more to hide their shit?
Okay. People are going to question what I'm about to say. What if some of that shit is so big it can't be moved?
Is that what you're saying, Ross? Is that what you've been told?
That's exactly what I'm saying.
How big is big?
Big. So big, they built a building over it in a country outside of the United States of America. I know that sounds preposterous, and I know, oh my God, you can just hear them now, the bleating debunkers. Let's see this investigated. Let's just see what happens. Let's test these allegations before the Congress. It's very, very easy for people to go, oh, there's no evidence. Oh, my goodness me. Let's just go away and ignore it. Let's test it. We haven't even got there yet. You know, there's a whole cadre of supposed experts on social media who are saying...
Oh.
Is what, mate?
Oh, sorry, I thought you paused it. Sorry, it was my connection, I think. Sorry, carry on.
Oh.
It can't be, therefore it isn't. And that's been the default for so many years. It can't be, therefore it isn't. Imagine if what Mr. Grush is saying is true. Think about the implications of that. And imagine if, as I've just intimated to you, some of these objects are not capable of being moved because they're too bloody big.
I mean, that's pretty astonishing. Have you said that before?
No, you're the first. See, I always save something for you, Jay.
Always save me a little something. No, seriously.
That's a juicy morsel. That is a juicy morsel.
It is a juicy morsel.
It's
but
juicy.
I've got a...
I'm glad Jay got that.
Yeah, I've got an issue with something he says, though. Because where he said, like, where he's basically saying, let's not debunk, and he said, let's test it. And then he's... but there's no... What? Test what?
Test the fact that it's real.
Yeah, but,
I think test the community. I think he means like let's test.
But he said the problem is people are saying, well, where's the evidence? Well, let's test it. Well, what you need evidence to do that.
He says he knows the location as well of where this thing is. Did you say you've been looking into that, Stu, to where the actual location is?
See if I can.
I know what you're saying, Lee. Test what? Because there's nothing to test. But I think he means test. Let's test the communities. Test everything that's going on with Congress.
Sorry, I'm not going to say I know where it is. I just had an
They
idea.
reckon South Korea, but I'll see if I can find it.
What's the largest man-made structure in the world or machine?
Pentagon's
But-
one of the largest.
No. Largest man-made machine
Oh,
in the
the
world.
Hadron Collider.
That's big.
That's miles and miles and miles big.
That's something you couldn't move.
No.
No, but there's not a building built on top of it. That's underneath. They said they had to build
They
something
built on top of
over
it. Yeah.
That would be interesting.
Oh,
to sit-
CERN's got loads of buildings above. You just
Mhm.
don't get to see them. They've got accommodation and all
Yeah.
sorts of things. Because Mum's a retired scientist, and she went to CERN to do tests,
Mhm.
and not in the large Hadron Collider or anything. It was another part of the building. but
Yeah.
she got to see it years ago. This is when they were still building this.
Mhm.
I think there could be truth in this. What Ross Coulthard says, but does it mean it's alien or just something that we're covering up here that has some technology that we've not seen before?
Alan thinks it's the Vatican. Let's get you. But this is a good thing. People can like stick your things in the comments of where you think it is. That guy's name I can't say. Says the pyramids. Great Pyramid. What else have we got? Maybe all the Amazon warehouses are actually covering up spaceships. Whoops.
The
No,
Apple
okay.
building.
Apple
Yeah.
buildings. Apple buildings. A in America. B far too obvious. Because Tim Cook is clearly a lizard. What else
How
we
would
got?
you cover it up, though? I mean, let's just say something crashed. What in the 60s, for example? How would you cover up that? Are we
No,
just
if we're talking about this, we're talking about something ancient that's been excavated.
that's underneath a building and they put a building on top of it?
Yeah, they've found that this is the way it would work in my head. Otherwise, we'd already know about it. You could excavate something, find it, think, "Fuck me, this is rather large, isn't it?" And then that's when you build something on top of it. I'm still chunks of me thinks Antarctica. And saying that, I mean, we've all heard of the conspiracy rumors, haven't we? That like invading Iraq was nothing to do with Saddam Hussein. It was all about ancient artifacts and stargates and the like. So maybe it's not. I mean, see, it must be if Coulthard's heard about it, and I think he sort of it must have some sort of US involvement.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Well,
You
South
would think-
Korea definitely has US involvement.
Yeah, that's what I mean. So we're looking at US territory or
I mean,
occupied
they've
territory.
got over 900 bloody bases worldwide.
Mhm. Yeah.
It's scary the amount of reach that the US military have.
Mm.
He doesn't make it clear that. See, I'd want him to say a crashed spaceship. He doesn't say a crashed spaceship, but people will say crash spaceship because that's what they think he means by it. Something that's crashed.
Right,
that's
I think
big.
I've got it.
Dean Payne. I hope that's your
Pentagon.
real name. It says Pentagon, 1941.
Thank you, Dean.
I mean, that is inside the US, but who knows? I mean, you could maybe this if you talk about stuff that's hiding something. I mean, we look how much we've talked about the Denver airport, and the fact that was essentially built and then filled in and then built on top of again.
It's a weird place.
Yeah, that's very strange.
Did we do a show on that once?
Kind of. I think so. I think we didn't. Was that a rock thing?
It could
I
have
want.
been.
I want to say. I want to say we went over
Did
that on
Dave
a rock
not
thing.
say something about Denver?
Yeah, I think we've definitely done a show though, because I remember us bringing pictures of the. Oh no! Do you know what it was? I'll be dead honest here. It's
What's the
when
audio?
no, the Y-Files did a show not so long ago on it. So I suggested we do a show to you on Denver Airport because I thought it's probably a hot topic with the Y-Files bringing it back up.
Also, we haven't done a show on it.
Yes, we have.
We have.
Have we?
Mhm. Yeah.
I think we have. Yeah, I think we have. It rings a bell anyway.
Mhm.
Yeah. What do you think of Ross Coulthard?
Let you speak first, Lee.
He's either really enjoying talking about what he's talking about, or he's got absolute blagger's delight. Because there's such a joy when he's talking about it, like you can feel how much he's enjoying knowing a secret when he's talking about it.
Yeah.
So is that secret, or to like, is it like an honest secret where he thinks he knows more about this stuff than he can say, or is it that thing of he's enjoying getting away with the fault?
Well, he's definitely the
Okay,
hot
I've got the
piece at the
South Korea
minute.
thing if you want me to put it up.
Yeah, bang it up.
Okay. And not kill the show. Right, share screen. TikTok.
Oh.
Earth origin or exotic UAP material 6 months to make it available to the all domain anomaly resolution office.
Yeah, but Ross, doesn't that just give them 6 months or more to hide their shit?
Okay. People are going to question what I'm about to say. What if some of that shit is so big it can't be moved?
Is that what you're saying, Ross? Is that what you've been
That's
told?
exactly what I'm saying.
How big is big?
Big. So big they built a building over it.
I just love that bit.
In a country
He
outside of the
does
United
proper have a
States
touch of the
America.
partridges, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Well, we're going down the
I know it
rabbit
sounds
hole in a minute,
preposterous,
folks.
And I know, oh my God, you can just hear them now, the bleating debunkers. Let's see this investigated.
I'm gonna say I like him. I'd love to have him on
Let's
the
just
show.
see what
Yeah.
happens.
I like
I
it.
think we could get him.
Lawton, Oklahoma, or is in the mountain outside Seoul, Korea, that is an American installation we built
fucking
for
love him.
huge ET craft. Event.
Oh,
Or
Well,
the
if Greer's saying it,
nine,
this is where it
ET
is. It's
vehicles
absolutely not
and
there.
Dissected bodies that are underneath the desert.
I knew you
near
would say
Fort
that.
Huachuca,
Yeah.
Army Intelligence Headquarters out in Arizona, near Tombstone, ironically named. Or is in the mountain outside Seoul, Korea, that is an American installation.
An object that's so just an allegation, but one that I'm
There. That's what they're talking about.
How big is that?
We're gonna cover this flying
So Reddit
saucer
projects,
with something that looks a bit like a
dealing
flying
with
saucer.
That's what I said to you earlier on. It's pretty big. I'll see if I can find it on Google Earth and I'll share that. Okay.
Yeah, if you can find it on Google Earth, then we can do a proper pin to pin on it, can't we? And see how far it is across. But
That's true, right? Okay, stop screen sharing.
What I want to know is what Stu's the cogs were going in his head twice. Then when we've played that clip when Jay goes, "How big's big?" and I could just see Stu's creative editing mind working away, going, "I could do something with this."
Yeah, I could abuse the crap out of that. Anyway, moving on quickly.
yeah, if old Greer's he's properly he's like the tag on now, isn't he, of UFO stories, which is really weird because like he used to start the UFO stories, and I think maybe that's maybe a show of the sign of the times because he doesn't really lead the conversation anymore. He just kind of sticks himself to the conversation.
You know what his problem is? He's playing.
He's a liar.
Yeah, that too. But he's talking to the White House
Just say it as it is.
military
Like,
office, which is to deal with the catering. That cracked me up. I don't know if folks saw that, but he did like a live stream of like the premiere of his latest video.
oh God,
which is
you
out
sent
for
me it.
3.5
I'm like,
weeks.
and I was like, what the fuck is this? And it was just like a blank. I thought it crashed, and it was just
Yeah.
like loads of individual posters of his film, and then all of a sudden somebody just walk on, like look round, and then oh yeah, that was a bit
Crazy.
weird.
Yeah, he's making out that the White House military office has got, shit to do with UFOs, and they're like band-aids and catering. Love it. Right.
I do think this. I find this Ross Coulthard thing with getting the interview with Grush very interesting, because it's been planned for quite some time by the boys, the Napster and Corbell, and they're now saying that we're going to get something massive at the end of the month. Now, is that going to be another whistleblower, or are we going to get a picture of something? Because did we show the clip last night, Lee, when we were talking about is it Chris Mellon that said that they have 4K?
Yes, yeah,
Yeah.
we showed that last night.
They have. It was thingy, wasn't it? What's his name? The documentary guy,
James Fox.
James Fox,
Yes.
that said Chris Mellon told him that there is footage coming that is 4K. That'll blow your socks off.
I really don't trust James Fox anymore.
I used to have more respect for him than I do now.
There's too many like the.
Is it because he's gone too woo?
No,
with
it's
it all?
it's the Clinton and Podesta sucking
Oh,
up that worries me, especially the Podesta stuff. I find that really strange and tone deaf as well, especially when you're speaking to a load of conspiracy theorists. To use those names, I think, is tone deaf, and like definitely not reading the room. And I thought his last documentary was really like half baked and
The Virginia one.
yeah,
Yeah.
like it
I didn't
didn't.
like it.
I didn't buy any of it.
Well, I did buy it, unfortunately. But I mean,
So did I.
Eh.
Like I do all of them.
I just his older stuff. I thought I loved it. You know, the was it The Phenomena? That was a great
That was-
documentary.
That was the previous one.
Phenomenon.
Yeah. Bam, bam. That was great. And this documentary was like it was made by somebody completely different.
It looked like it was made on a very small budget. That's what it looked like to me. I mean, it can't be that small, because you're doing a lot of travel and stuff. But it's. I mean,
Small enough not to get somebody to narrate the language. I told you about my issue with that, but I think a lot of people would have preferred that to be translated.
No, because I mean, especially if you're dealing with personal stories as well, you want the emotion of the people when they're set.
Yeah, but then you could just have the guy in the corner, just giving it his all.
That's for deaf people.
Yeah, and people with dyslexia. Just the worded version.
That's called dubbing.
I wanted it dubbed. All right, I wanted the full dub experience. If you
How
re-release
dyslexic are you that you don't realize you can't read sign language?
I thought it was the same as I can see. I can understand it from the expressions that they make. You know, it's a UFO. Yeah, no, James Fox makes good documentaries. It's okay to make a bad one.
Yeah, you can't
Yeah.
get it. It's like
Yeah, of
Pixar,
course.
they make good movies, but they're
Stu's completely frozen.
It's not a good night for StreamYard tonight, is it?
No, it's weird. I think
I
this
work-
is StreamYard.
I worked my issue out. My issue was I still had the VPN on from watching the F1 before.
Right. I do think this is StreamYard. I don't think it's because it's happening with both of you two.
I don't. It hasn't happened since I turned the VPN off.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm running at 40 meg upload and 260 downloads. It's got to be StreamYard.
Stu, have you got the?
I'm looking for the.
Should we go a little bit? Should we go a little bit fuzzy for a bit and have a little bit of fun and bring the alien up?
Oh right.
And we'll
Do we have the Yuri Geller clip as well? Because I think without the Yuri Geller clip, we're only telling half the story here.
Right, hold on.
Stu's going to be young Jamie for a minute. So what do you think there's a chance of us getting this 4K thing then, Ollie?
I think you can do anything now with AI.
No, but well, yeah, I mean, really, I don't think you need AI.
How would you trust anything now? No, but how would you trust anything now? Now with what we can do.
Well, yeah. I mean, don't forget, AI just makes it easier for people to do a half decent job. To do a decent job, you still have to do things like manually.
Okay, for tonight,
but we have the technology to do it.
For tonight's thumbnail, for example, now you'll better tell now that I've said, but that finger pointing at that computer screen, I only had one go at it.
Don't get me wrong.
I made a corner and I typed into Photoshop, finger pointing at this object.
Yeah, I don't think this. All I'm saying is you don't necessarily have to have it doesn't necessarily have to be AI for it to be fake. You know, there's still going to be if we find something. If we're given fakes to shit, it's probably not going to be AI generated. It's going to be made by people somewhere.
Mm.
That's all my thing is there. I'd like to see it. It'd be cool.
You found it, Stu?
Don't know if I trust it.
Well, I haven't. Hold on.
You had it earlier.
I know. Just checking it's the right thing.
It's definitely not like Jamie.
No.
Joe Rogan's fallen off the UFO bandwagon again.
Jumps in and out, doesn't he? Dips his toes in and out.
I always get excited when he's dipping it in.
I'm not sure how sold he is on it all properly.
Right, I found the Yuri Geller one. God,
I do think he's going to have Jim Caviezel and Mel Gibson back on his podcast though. I think that's going to be a massive one.
Is that because of that Sound of Freedom documentary?
Yeah.
Tim Ballard?
Elon Musk has just has said that that's going to be free to stream on Twitter next week, I believe.
The film?
Yes.
Wow, he must have paid a fortune.
I don't think so. I don't like. I mean, it's not. It's essentially it's not for profit movie.
Is it not going to the cinemas or anything?
It's already been in the cinemas. But I mean, like the money. The money that's gone into
towards charity.
Yeah, and well, I don't know if it's towards charity, but it's going to essentially pay for itself because they're not getting on streaming services and stuff like that. Probably because the streaming services are involved in the content of it.
Yeah, that and Mel Gibson funded it.
I don't think that's why they're doing it. I don't think that's.
Mel.
Yeah, I do.
So do I.
I don't. I mean, I'm sure they can use the Mel Gibson connection to say they wouldn't want it on their streaming services. But like I say, I think more importantly is the people that the film's about. I think the executives of these companies are probably customers.
Go on then, Stu, hit it.
Not quite yet.
All right, okay. Have we got the backstory then, Lee, behind this?
What?
To what we're about to play.
Sorry, can I
try to find the right?
And I'll wait for that. I was just going to answer this here. I'm going to defend Rogan for a second because Gavin Adams said Rogan is pop culture conspiracies for NPCs. That is such fucking bullshit. It's unbelievable. When you consider what the people that Rogan platformed over the course of the Roans, can you just for a split second think about how many people he made question?
I don't know if everybody will know what Roans is.
I think that's close enough. If the vid, I think when you think about the amount of people he made question making a potentially, I'll say lethal decision, like so if you can say pop culture conspiracy theorist, that's probably saved the fucking lives or quality of life of thousands of people due to the people that he platformed.
I like him.
I
think he's.
I like
the way he will speak to he will speak to both sides of the fence. He's not.
Yeah, and also let's remember the pop culture conspiracy theorist, which was having people on, which would have had any YouTube channel shut down for having those people on. I don't understand how that is pop culture conspiracy theory, because pop culture conspiracy theory, you're watching that right now because we're on YouTube and we're allowed to say what we want to. If we actually went into but if we actually went into things like we do on the Rockfin show, then this channel would fucking last seconds. There will be a new Rockfin show next week.
Ready for this?
Yep.
Right, this is Yuri Geller talking about...
That's Yuri Geller?
No, that's a guy. That's Moon Henry, whoever the fuck he is.
That's Yuri Geller. That's Yuri Geller proving adrenochrome.
Looking good.
Hi, my dear friends. So this is Captain Edgar Mitchell, who was a very close friend of mine. This is the first day I met him, and he wants me to meet Dr. Werner von Braun, who told Mitchell that he wants to meet me. This is in Werner von Braun's office in a secret NASA base. He's showing me a tiny piece of metal that comes from a UFO. Then he takes me into his personal office, shows me a bigger piece of a crashed UFO. Then he leads me to his limousine. That's his
Yuri Geller was jacked, wasn't he?
Towards a concrete building.
Yeah. Back in the day, yeah.
He takes me down 3 flights. He wants me to put on a warm Antarctica coat.
Just for a split second, just pause that.
With a NASA logo.
Am I the only one that is desperate to get into Yuri Geller's basement? I don't even care if I get out.
You can say a lot of things about Yuri Geller, but the guy is fucking connected from over the years.
Oh, it's insane.
He's got a huge reach and like very influential, and he's obviously got a bob or two looking about that house.
Yeah,
but isn't spoon bending?
But it can't be though, can it? You don't meet Werner von Braun because you can bend spoons.
Could he bend spoons though?
I mean, I don't know. Well, right. if he couldn't, it's an even better blag.
I would want him to bend my spoon. I'd want to take the spoon to his door and say, "Here you go, mate. Give that a bend." And then if he bends my spoon, I'm sold. Why have I gone blurred?
I don't know. Right, I'm going to keep playing this. Hold on.
And then we walk into a refrigerator room. I want you to look at this very carefully, very carefully. Some people say, it's not real, it's a fake. I believe that it's absolutely real. I've seen them with my own eyes. That's as much as I can tell you. That's what I've seen in the refrigerator room. Some are bodies, maybe some are alive. We're communicating with them.
Oh my God.
Anyhow, they exist.
That is 100%, not even close to it, but that is the Adobe stock grey.
Pull it up then.
I was going to say, pull it up. I want to see it.
Yeah. Before we go further, I thought Tim G
I'm gonna have to
Star
log into my Adobe account.
Yeah, you didn't need to say that. Before we go further,
I'm just saying because I might be a minute or so.
Tim G Star said, "Yeah, connected because he was a good con and people fell for it." But okay, then what was the con? That's like if you're when you're talking about him getting involved in like 3-letter agencies and the
Right in the
talking to these highly influential people. Oh my God, you both left me on my own. I don't understand where the con is, because that's the thing. If you're going to con somebody, then you have to at least be arguing that you can provide some sort of value to those people. I don't see what value Yuri Geller was offering people. You know, that's the weird thing about Yuri Geller. Yeah, and so you would take it at face value. So did he fool people with his like telekinesis stuff and his like remote viewing and things? Well, you'd have to then think, you're not just talking about doing it like a freak sideshow. You're talking about you see, here we are. Moody Mongol says he was a Mossad asset originally using parlor tricks to gain access to people. That I will take. But
I've heard that before.
yeah,
Guys, I'm gonna have to dip out for 5 or 10 minutes. I'll be back though.
No, he's pretty
right.
I can accept that, but the you're still talking about like, I mean, if he's doing parlor tricks to like infiltrate the CIA and stuff like that, you must have to come out with something.
Right, here we go, Lee. So I'll show it now. So that alien that is in that video that Yuri Geller's talking about is an Adobe stock alien that's been there for years.
Where?
This one.
That's not it.
Okay, let me show you some more of it. It's so similar to this thing. I think what's happened is somebody's created that with an AI generator. They've used.
I don't think it's AI. It's the video is too long as well for it to be AI. I mean, you say, but they all look the same. It looks like an alien grey, is what you're trying to say. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's this one in particular that it does look like. It's this one. It looks very similar to that.
Yeah, but it looks similar because it looks like an alien grey, in the same way as if you scroll down to where yeah, in the same way as that one looks like the one in the far right.
That one.
Yeah. Do you know what I mean? They look like what they're supposed to look like. They look like alien greys.
I mean, I think I would say that's actually close to, I would put money. It's that model that they've used. I would put money on it.
But that's not a model, though, is it? That's just a two-dimensional image.
It's two-dimensional, but there is a 3D model of that somewhere. I probably can actually. It's probably on here, the 3D model you can download. I think they've used this and some really.
I'm not saying it's real, but I do think it's bespoke. I don't think they've just used stock footage for it.
I mean, if I see them both side by side, and I think you're right, I'll definitely agree. But at the minute, as soon as I saw that alien, I thought I know that from somewhere, because when I'm making the thumbnails, I use the Adobe stock and I bring stuff in from there, and I've seen this alien model in so many different animated positions.
It also looks like the there's a film too. What's the film with one of there's a film with an alien grey like that in it as well. They're like I mean, again, like I said to you before, that also looks like our logo.
Yeah,
It's just that style.
because
So
our logo is the only logo on any YouTube channel that is actually based off a real alien.
but this is the thing is like, well, if we go down the road of believing that fucking greys are real, then you've got to, then one of them must be close to it. Do you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because don't forget these are lots of different things made by different people. You
Yeah.
know, so yeah, I'd like to say I'm not saying it's real. I think it very well could be computer generated, but I don't think it's just something someone's took off Adobe stock. I think it's a bespoke
Don't
creation.
give it. I think the skeletal structure of it, the actual design, I think it's based off this. I think they've based it on that thing.
What if they're based? What if someone's made those based off something real?
How are you giving me goose pimples? I'm sure there's a video of it somewhere as well. Because
let's face it, right? The alien grey itself, these things, if it's supposed to, they are supposed to be representing something that's real. You know, it's I mean it is pseudoscience and like pop culture type stuff, but they are, for all intents and purposes, supposedly representing a real animal, creature, entity, whatever you want to call it. So
I'll tell you now, 100% that is CGI that he's using. When Stu plays the full thing, or do you have the full thing with the handshake?
I don't know. No,
there's something wrong with that handshake.
The hand's really weird.
I'm back.
Yeah. Bring it back up, Stu.
Do you want to know the weird thing about the handshake though? So if it's been like CGI'd, it's such a good job, and the way that alien thing moves around when they're doing it, I can't help but feel that they'd have done a better job of the handshake.
Yeah, the handshake looks shite.
It's so weird that the hands don't move, like they just sort of face each other. The people will see it in a second.
I'm just saying, it reminds me of this on Adobe stock.
Similar, but not the same.
Yeah,
but that's just like any kind of tall grey, though, is it not?
This is exactly what I've just been saying.
Not like this one, I don't think. I think this one has there's definitely like that.
Well, there's three types,
more
isn't there?
Sinister look.
Yeah. There's three types. There is the friendly Paul type alien. There is the emotionless black-eyed one, and then there's the grumpy, evilly looking one.
Really like that.
Coming to a thumbnail near you.
No, it's not. Have you seen the price of them? Oh shit!
Yeah, some of these I can't get.
That's my dog kicking off again.
Right.
Play rest of it, Stu. The Yuri thing.
Alien.
We covered that, right? Okay.
Yeah. So what we're saying is that this is the.
Oh, you want to see
the whole video of what Yuri Geller said was real.
Give me 1 second, boys.
Have we got it?
I've lost it again. Hold
on. Yeah, no, I agree with you, Stu. I think it looks like what it's supposed to look like. It's supposed to look like some sort of alien grey, so that's what it looks like.
Right, you just want to see the whole video again, yeah?
Yeah. I want to see if I'm right or not.
Okay, hold on. Because I found another one actually. Right, okay. Present.
Check this out. Colossians 8, beware lest any man spoil you through philosophy and vain deceit after the tradition of.
That's a different video.
Yep, knew that fallen angel video was real, just like Aleister Crowley's drawings.
Hi, my dear friends. So, this is Captain Edgar Mitchell, who was a very close friend of mine. This is
Get it back to the bit, Stu.
Yeah, I think we meant the. Have we got the full video of that alien?
The actual, you know the one you showed us earlier, Stu.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to get, because that's a completely different person. Right, hold on. I put that in the WhatsApp, didn't I?
I think so, mate. Yeah.
Yeah, I think so. Oh no, you put this in the WhatsApp. The it was you pulled one up before, which was the handshakey one.
Yeah, you showed us earlier.
Yeah. Yeah, Yuri Geller's a strange, like participant in the disclosure thing.
What's going on the TikTok?
That's just the search. Holy shitballs!
All you did was put a dot in.
If there's one thing I know, one thing you can say about TikTok, it knows its users. That's algorithm at its finest. Oh, never.
Oh, that's the South Korea thing. Right, hold on. I'm going to stop sharing for a second to find this, because God knows what's going to come up. Right, hold on. Yeah, right. Now, if you put a dot or a period or whatever it's called, and you should be able to get your view history. There's like a link at the very top. But for some reason, in the web version, it doesn't show up, but in the app it does. So it's obviously an app-only trick. You get like a little thing that
Is
says...
it on YouTube, Stu?
Not that I've seen.
Okay, well, we'll move on. If you find it,
I'll get it in a second or two. Hold on.
Okay.
Just flicking back through my own history, which is today.
What else it reminds me of is the what's it called? Do you remember that one where the alien was speaking to?
It does look like that, yes. I know they came in two parts. It was really that was, I believe, wasn't that like test footage for a film?
Don't know.
Made. I know you mean, because the one where he talks.
Oh, I know the one you're talking about.
It
Yeah,
says it was us from the future.
Yeah, it was the fake interview. I still find it wild. I mean, the rumor was going around not so long ago that the other alien interview video, you know, the one from the 90s.
Mm-hmm.
Apparently, that video was shown to Congress as like a real thing in that report.
But has that actually been debunked?
I don't know. It's like everything, isn't it? Like it's something gets debunked because someone says it's debunked, and then time drifts on, and I can't remember, to be perfectly honest. I know what's his name, the guy that's dead now. He was the UFO guy with the long grey hair. He always had like a ponytail, beard. I can't remember. You would know him.
Before you bring that up, find that, Stu. So I've found some videos stock as well.
Mm-hmm.
You've got.
I'll have it in a second. I've just got the channel.
Do you know what that does do though? That shows me just how good that one that Stu pulls is going to pull up looks.
You get but if you get the lighting right, if you get a piece of stock footage and you get the lighting right, you put decent shadowing effects and stuff like that, you can make something shit actually look pretty good.
I mean, yeah. I'm not saying this is real. I don't.
No, but I honestly think it's based off this model.
But that looks shit.
Yes, it does. But if you put something like that into what Unreal Engine and then start,
But
faffing
that's
about with it,
you'd need the model to put in though, wouldn't you?
You're talking like people in the Blender community, which is a free piece of software for doing this kind of 3D modeling
Yeah.
stuff. They would know all about it straight away.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, like, again, I'm going to keep saying it. I'm not saying this thing's real, but none of these things look real.
No, I agree. But this model the whole model to move exists somewhere of this. I think you can download the model to do something with it. And if they've
Right, I've got it.
You guys, Stu.
Yep. Right. Okay. I'm gonna share it.
So this is the one that Yuri Geller is saying is the real deal.
Video that emerged on the internet. An alleged encounter between a man and an extraterrestrial being took place at an undisclosed location within a secret base in the United States.
That's
The
instantly more
encounter
detailed
reportedly occurred during the
than-
nighttime.
This is a better
and due
quality
to the
one.
video's quality,
That's
the
instantly more
specific
detailed than
surroundings remain
anything we just
I
went
agree.
through.
That.
It is believed that this encounter took place in 2017, although no official confirmation from the government has been provided. The video begins with a man standing a short distance away from what appears to be an extraterrestrial being, commonly referred to as a gray. Both individuals face each other and maintain eye contact for several moments. The extraterrestrial's physical features resemble typical depictions of grays: a hairless, pale grayish skin tone, large dark eyes, and a slight frame. The
God,
man
it's
remains
logo,
calm
isn't
throughout
it?
the encounter.
What?
It's
Pause
that
it a
logo.
second. See, from a computer generated point of view, you've got a single point light source.
Mhm.
Shadows and what you call the occlusion of the shadows, which is the way they drop off like underneath the neck, the chin area and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And the fact that it gets darker at the collarbone and stuff like that. That is shit hot. I mean, whoever, if this is computer generated, they really know their stuff. The
Even
skin, the
for me,
skin's
it's the
got sub-
ribs. See down
yeah.
the bottom of the ribs there, you can see like the ridges.
The
and
subsurface
underneath.
scattering under the skin. If you look at it closely, there's actually like individual pore flexing going on.
Mhm.
It's crazy.
In a leaked video that emerged on the
Let's go in a
internet,
wee bit.
his physical features resemble typical depictions of grays: a hairless, pale grayish skin tone, large dark eyes, and a slight frame. The man remains calm throughout the encounter, showing no signs of distress or fear. Their interaction appears to be nonverbal, as no audible communication is captured in the leaked video. Despite this, their body language seems engaged and focused. The man and the extraterrestrial being exchange glances, perhaps attempting to convey meaning or understanding to one another. It is worth noting that any interpretation of their interaction remains speculative due to the lack of context provided. After a brief period of visual engagement, the man and the extraterrestrial reach out and firmly shake hands. This momentary physical contact suggests a mutual acknowledgement or agreement between the two parties. The handshake appears formal, devoid of any overt displays of emotion or excitement. Both individuals maintain a composed demeanor throughout the encounter, further adding to the enigmatic nature of the video.
Jeremy Beadle.
It is important to emphasize that the authenticity and veracity of this video remain unverified, as no official confirmation
the
or
hand
statements
looks
have
fake.
been released by the government or reputable
here.
sources.
All right, this hand.
Skepticism should be
Look at his
exercised
hand.
when evaluating the footage. The leaked video serves as a piece of intriguing but unconfirmed evidence in the realm of alleged extraterrestrial encounters. As with any leaked material, its origin and intentions behind its release by an anonymous source raise additional questions about its credibility. The lack of supporting information
cut it.
or corroboration adds further
You know why they
complexity
cut that
to the
handshake?
assessment
Because
of
that
this.
handshake looks wank.
It looks like a fake hand.
Mm.
Hold on, there's another one right here. I don't know if this has got a better.
An elite video
No,
that
it's the same
emerged on
thing
the
again. Guy's obviously repeating stuff.
That's because these TikTok guys, they want the video to look. They want their video to, and even them when they've watched this alien back, they thought the alien looks great. The handshake looks shit.
Yeah,
So,
I would
he's
agree.
cut the handshake out.
Well, to fill people in, just in case we can't find it, they don't actually touch hands. They kind of like put the hands sort of
Side by side. There's
Side
no
by
actual
side.
real contact.
makes you wonder
Maybe
whether we
that's how
can't.
aliens shake hands.
Makes you wonder whether we right. Again, I'm just fucking having fun here. Makes you wonder whether we can't touch them.
Maybe we can.
You
Right.
can't stroke. You can't touch fish because you burn them.
Olha o que eu vi. E o vizinho fazendo.
This one I think shows you the handshake, even though it's in Portuguese or Spanish or whatever the hell it is.
See how it's weird, does
It's his thumb. It's the human guy. His
in
hand
fact-
looks fucked.
It looks dislocated.
Did it just clip in? Did it just clip into the hand? When he puts it,
Olha o
does
que eu
his-
vi. E o vizinho.
But see if you actually look at the length of his arm, it's like as if, he's doing the old Game of Thrones golden hand, on the end of
Yeah.
your actual arm thing.
But just play it.
fazendo.
Just play it again and pause it when they touch each other because I'm not sure whether one of the fingers clips into the
Oh,
alien.
what the fuck? Hold on.
If this is another video of you masturbating,
Not today. Not today.
you should see our WhatsApp chat. It's filthy.
That's just Lee.
And
I'll drop.
I don't-
I'll drop it down where you find
Excuse
it.
me.
Stu, just
Can
in
I
case.
can I just say, I'm not the one that put up a video of a guy talking about his 15-inch dong. That's all I'm saying. Just put that out there.
He's got a point.
Yeah.
So again, I found. Look at this model here. So this is a shit model. Yeah, I know, but you fuck about with that with some lighting.
That
Put
is
some more
no
texture on it.
way that looks like what we just watched. No way.
No, but I have seen that model that you on here.
I think you've seen something similar to it like that. I think that's been something that's been made bespoke. Like I say, that and like Stuart's just said before, it's done really well. Unfortunately, I suppose the thing when you come to make stuff like that, it's difficult to because we see it in video games all the time, don't we? Because 3D models essentially don't have weight to them. When things touch each other, it always looks really weird, doesn't it? It looks like things that are light. I don't possess the right words, but you can tell when the things touch each other in games that there's no mass behind them.
I'm just going to pause it at the bit and then I'll share the screen again.
Mhm.
That's probably as good as it's going to get.
But I think the interesting thing is that
Ollie, can you share that again while I'm...
Yeah, mate.
It's like Skinny Bob, isn't it? It's an awful lot of effort. Look at his fingers. That's well weird.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, it didn't clip, but
The
weird.
human guy's hand just doesn't. It looks like his hand looks like an AI generated hand.
But this is the thing, right? What a strange thing to happen.
But would
Like-
you want your actual hand touching an alien hand in case of contamination from them or vice versa?
Yeah. But this is right. This is the weird thing because I know someone said in the comments saying hands are the hardest part, and that's I get that hands are the hardest thing to draw as well.
I'm with you, Jan.
But hang on a second, right? Why would you do that? That alien is so good. I mean, we are talking fucking Hollywood blockbuster CGI, right? Why then is the handshake rubbish?
Because it's a rubber hand.
So you just wouldn't. But that's the thing. You wouldn't do it if that was the case. If you couldn't make that look legit, but your alien looked shit hot, you wouldn't do this bit.
The hand. The reason why
Doesn't
the
make
hand
sense.
doesn't touch. So the hand, the guy's real. Yeah. The alien is CGI, and the reason why it's not a proper grasp and a handshake is they couldn't do it.
No, yeah, that's what I mean. But you've gone into all that effort of this fucking stunning alien.
I don't think it's that stunning.
I
I'll
think
tell
it's
you.
stunning.
I'll tell you why, because I've seen these YouTubers that are redoing bits in films. They're
Oh yeah, no, like
and they're
that's
doing
fine.
it better.
I don't know how you do better than that.
I think it's
Whatever
pretty
they've
good.
taken this off, it's
No,
good. Don't
but
get me wrong.
Ali, you're not getting what I'm saying here. Is when you
No, I
go
get
to
it.
all that. No, but when you go to all that effort, why would
Mhm.
then you have this shit bit?
Because they couldn't make it shake a real person's
So
hand.
why would you have it shake hands?
But the thing is, if you can do what they've done with that alien, then doing a handshake is a piece of piss. So
What, an actual real hand touching CGI?
yeah, it's done all the time.
Well, but he's probably the guy that's shaking the hand. Doesn't exactly look the best actor in his like Jimmy Savile tracksuit when he's turning around. He's like
Playing devil's advocate. If this is genuine, and I'm not saying it is genuine, it's more likely CGI or something.
Yeah.
But let's just pretend for a second it is real.
play
think
devil's avocado.
In devil's avocado, I think that's a fake hand because he doesn't want to actually touch the alien's hand.
Maybe he's just got a fake hand.
Thing is, it is known. It is a known thing in like the U.S. government, the Secret Service use fake arms all the time, so they've got a hand on an actual weapon.
Yeah.
He doesn't look Secret Service though, does he? Just
No,
looks like
what
the
I'm saying
average
is-
Joe in his tracksuit.
Like the CIA, the Secret Service, and like other three-letter agencies, they have these things available to them. Albeit that is a really shitty looking fake hand, and the thumb looks as if he needs to go and see a bone doctor. But
I would not shake the human's hand. I'd shake the alien's hand any day of the week over him.
I agree with you. I mean, the fingers are all limp. There's something weird going on at the back end of the wrist. It looks really bad. But I'm with Lee. If you could get to the quality of the alien computer generated, you could easily, even if that wasn't like his actual, I'm not talking about the hand there, but if he shook nothing and just into his space hand, they could remove his hand and replace it with a CG hand. Body swap parts are done constantly. I mean, that's a bread and butter thing for any computer generated imagery artist.
It's also unnecessary. Like if you were going to this effort, which and it clearly took considerable effort to do, you just have them speaking to each other. You don't need to go this far at that point. You just because you have a person speaking to an alien, and then you throw that out on the internet and let everybody talk about it.
Do you know this is not the first time they've done this?
It's fucked up. You thinking it's real?
No, this is not the. There they gone.
Hello.
Are you talking to me?
Yeah, I'm saying the very fact that it's like so fucked up of a handshake and so screwed up that there's more likely that it's leaning towards being realistic than.
Yeah, because it doesn't make sense doing it.
Yeah, I agree with you.
Yeah.
I mean, I can't say anything because we did a show about Skinny Bob, and I sat here and said I think Skinny Bob's the real deal, and I still do. This thing's just as good as Skinny Bob, if not better.
Yeah, I think this looks better than Skinny Bob. Someone said in the comments the color. I'll bring it up. Color of the video doesn't look right in general. I think that's just that's what it would look like if it was the dead of night and you had like a white spotlight.
Yeah, it's very it's in the cooler end of the color temperature scale. So I think it's right for what it is. I mean, the skin tone in the guy is certainly pretty normal. But if you were going to fake it, the light they're using, the single point light source and the hard shadows, that's the best way to fake it because that's how you can hide so many mistakes.
The only thing I found weird about it, well, apart from it's a fucking alien speaking to a person, I thought the shadow cutoffs on the fence were really hard. It was when you look at the them stood there. You see,
Was there?
yeah, it's like the fence all of a sudden just isn't there anymore.
E o vizinho fazendo.
Do you see what I mean?
Very hard.
See that's such an unnatural movement.
What, the alien or the guy?
Both.
Both.
It's very smooth. So that was always my issue with Skinny Bob as well. It's
No.
see.
Hey, what? Hold on. Oh,
Hello, everybody. Welcome to my channel. This is my
so
Right,
annoying.
buddy.
Fucking Twitter. Sorry,
Olha o
TikTok.
que eu vi.
Right.
E o vizinho
Watch this
fazendo.
area here, the back end of the elbow. Watch this area here. You see the muscle and everything. You've got the bicep, the tricep, the whole thing going on.
See that this is why I think the handshake's so weird because that looks so good. Why wouldn't you just?
Can we
do that?
speculate? Who the hell is that guy? Apart from the fact he looks like Jeremy Beadle.
So, I've been looking for this. Do you guys remember seeing the alien grey shake the waiter's hand?
No.
Right. So I did I can't find it on YouTube, the original, so I'm gonna have to play one of the very first videos I made when I had no idea, but it's got that clip in it. I don't know. I've not watched it. It'll be cringe, and the sound will be terrible.
Is this during your blue phase?
This is my blue phase. Yeah. God, Jesus Christ.
Oh no, it's worse. It's thermal.
Una cerveza, por favor.
I think I'd had a drink and I got bored. Decided to make a YouTube
defo.
video.
Never mind.
This waiter.
Watch this waiter. This is brilliant.
I am hammered.
You do look a bit sloshed.
I wonder what they told them to do in this. It was like, stand there and just watch the sky for a bit. Oh,
I think I might have seen this years ago.
I've never seen this.
oh, ow. Hit me funny bone.
What the fuck?
Look at this. Look at this.
Oh, is this the alien in the garden?
Bobby Dazzler.
Yeah.
I've seen this part.
And this looks terrible.
Strange garden.
See, this is awful.
Yeah.
That is
It's
like
got like a little
somebody's
fence
poor
in there.
9-year-old has been forced to dress up like an alien.
chain
Yeah.
that's plastic. Look at that little. He's a builder. He's a cutie, that little alien guy.
It's CGI.
Is he gonna get off with him?
No,
Shouldn't
it's some
make out.
kid dressed up.
Yeah, I think
he's
it's
make out, get
costume.
off in England, make out in America.
It's definitely CGI.
Maybe
Jan
it is.
says she thinks Skinny Bob looks better.
I think this looks better than Skinny Bob.
What, Ollie or the alien?
Worst thing is that way.
He's green screened as well, I think, isn't he?
I reckon about
Who, Ollie? Yeah.
€3 tip.
No, the guy looks green screened when he walks away.
Play that again. Not to torture yourself, Ollie.
One
Oh, it's
second.
gone and hid behind the tree.
It's got like page.
Yeah, just go back a bit further. See, to me, that guy looks
Watch,
green
right,
screened.
watch the feet, watch the feet, watch the feet. No, he's there, he's there.
Worst thing is that
Is
way
he?
it's got like
Yeah.
paid. Like,
I know what you're saying
I
about the
reckon
top
about
half, but
€3
if you watch the
tip
feet,
to do
there's
this.
too much movement in the grass.
Ah, right.
It's still fake as hell. But they are all way too
Oh yeah,
calm, but-
you know, keep filming the little alien grey with this flying
the
saucer in the
worst
sky.
UFO video, stroke alien, stroke whatever that I've ever seen. It's hilarious.
I agree, Ollie from the past.
Bro,
I
stop
agree.
Stop laughing now. At first, I was really laughing, and now when I'm doing this video, I do my videos in one shoot. I
And
can't
you've
laugh like I
had
was
far
before.
too much to drink.
That's brutal, man.
Insane.
I would be
Ollie from the past was so
Mike.
drunk. Ollie in the future is
I'm
only
not
going to
being paid
sober up
enough for this
tomorrow.
bollocks. They keep telling me to walk
Jesus,
out
Ollie, I'd be private
onto
in
the
that video if I
grass
was you.
and lift that little picket fence. I'll call you back because they're gonna pay me. There's gonna get some more.
Go fuck me, fire! Wow. Did you?
When
you
now
remember
they get
seeing-
scared, that looks
I
awful.
didn't watch this far. Did not watch this far.
Do you remember them?
Yes, I do.
Them weird things.
I'm amazed this channel's got above 100 subscribers.
So am I.
This is actually not. What's the word? We do it in a video and you. Fuck it, I don't know. This is going for...
Jan just posted.
It's all right.
Wouldn't it be funny if these were all real? You know?
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh dear.
But yeah, so it's not the first time it's kind of been done. We've just got the really like remastered version.
Right. It shows how difficult it is to do to really fake stuff well, because you had your Area 503 guy, wasn't it? The French guy that we've had on the show before.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. Right.
It's very good, but at least he says it's fake.
Oh yeah. No, but what I mean is absolute fucking famous for the quality of his stuff, to the point where it's been swiped and put in documentaries before
on the History Channel.
Yeah. But then on the other hand, you get the one of the TR3B that we fucking debunked in seconds.
Is that the Belgian one or the green one?
The one that Third Phase put up going through the trees.
Right.
Oh, yeah, I remember that. The
Yeah,
one where
yeah.
it was through the forest.
Yeah, and like this is the thing. Like at first look, I'm a fucking decorator. Ollie's a bell end. The professional though, he's good at it. And like within 10 minutes, we noticed that the craft disappeared before the video ended, where it still should have been between the trees. We noticed that the road pattern was repeating underneath the car, because apart from those two issues, that looks really fucking good. But that's because we're not experts. Do you know what I mean?
Mm.
Whereas I'm sure there's a whole host of other stuff that if you knew what you were talking about, you could rip it apart. Especially if you happen to work in video game development and stuff like that. I'm sure you'd have
I'm
a field
gonna
day.
tweet Ren from Corridor Crew tomorrow, because those guys really know their stuff, and see what they say. They might put it into a future debunk show, but
That'd be nice.
Ren's quite good at getting back,
Mhm.
even just on Twitter, and saying, "Oh, that's a load of shit. That's interesting," you know.
Yeah, but I just find it really weird that it shows how that's what I'm going to say. It shows how hard it is to do, because we get so few good ones.
Yeah.
Most fake shit looks awful. And I know, because people turn around and say, "Oh, well, you can't trust anything these days." Yeah, but most of it looks rubbish. So that's why you can't trust it, is because most of it looks like bullshit. That
Which
didn't
one
look
did
like
look
bullshit.
good? The one that looked good to me was the after the Vegas thing, the thing that was bent down underneath the tree. That was weird looking.
Oh yeah, that was kind of
Mm.
similar to the Virginia one.
That was
without
really
the red eyes.
Yeah, that was awesome. That one, that one, you really could see muscle and all
Mm.
sorts. Because I looked at that and thought that's fucking nonsense. And then as soon as I started looking at it 2 or 3 times, like, oh, that's weird. Can we bring that up? If while we're on this,
What was it called?
Alien in the Grass. Part 2.
I think it was like actual Las Vegas alien or something.
Yeah, probably.
Oh, here we are.
If it was 2000, it would be Alien Eats in Grass, but what you see next will shock you. Hope you can't hear the fireworks outside. We're celebrating our new boat on the Isle of Man.
And another one's inside, and it has big eyes and looking at us, and it's still there.
Hey, have you
That's
seen this
even the
video
way it
claiming
moves.
to
Like
show
just
some
sorry,
type
just
of
start that
alien
again.
creature in Las Vegas?
So look at the way that stomach
And
moves.
another one's inside, and it has big eyes and looking at us, and it's still there.
Hey, have you seen this video claiming to show some?
I mean,
kind of
even if you
alien
stuck a person in a
creature
suit,
in
you
Las
can't make your
Vegas?
body do that.
It comes along with a recorded 911 police call.
I think this might be the best one,
Hey guys,
of the videos.
first brought to my attention by
See, that's similar
Sirocco
to
Celsinus.
the one we've just been discussing, but even that's different.
If this sighting
Yeah.
is truly real or fake. Sirocco, there
I used to
are a
love
whole
watching
bunch
that
of
channel.
videos out there
I'm
on
not
this
racist
subject.
enough to
One
say
he
that all
sent me
aliens look the
from
same.
the Unexplained Mysteries
Just want
channel
to throw that
that
out.
shows some screen grabs from a video claiming a man got a very clear shot of an alien.
I mean,
That could be a stock photograph.
The
well, it
lighting's
looks
too.
nothing like the thing from the garden.
No, but
No, no, no.
I mean, when you were going through Adobe, I don't think that is. I think again, if it's being made, I think it's been made like just for this. But the interesting thing about this is this photograph of this thing came out the day after that news report. So if someone's gone home and like whipped this up really quickly and got it out. But I've heard two different things now, because when I first saw this image, it said it was from a ring cam, and now the story on this seems to be that the guy took photographs with a camera. Which would make more sense.
I heard ring cam as well, but
Yeah.
also I've since watched similar videos and it says he took photos.
Mm.
And the thing is, if he took it with a camera, then maybe. If he took it with his phone camera, then don't know.
What, just because of low light?
Yeah.
May 1st, Las Vegas police
There'd be a lot of
officers looked into
noise, a lot
reports
of
of
digital
two
gain.
mysterious
It's anything above like iPhone 13 now is pretty good low light, isn't it? And,
Yeah,
like,
but
some of the Android stuff's really
you've got
good.
to kind of
Topic that is more popular is this
hold
one.
it there for like
shows
10
images
seconds
of
and
somebody
stuff.
Oh,
that
sorry, yeah, I get you.
hear a young man calling
That though is something else.
Yeah, this is the best. Like, as far as the stuff that there's nothing.
Because you can see them breathing and everything. If you actually
Yeah.
look at the chest.
They're like 8 foot, 9 feet, 10 foot. I don't know.
But this is the thing, we're getting fed all this
Okay, so
stuff,
guess what?
and
This
it's
video
like a pinch
also
of salt
comes up
here, a
to
pinch
you
of salt there.
it
One of
uses
these things is going to be
computer
real.
generated monster images
Yeah.
and combines that with audio from a Las Vegas.
I mean, I'm
news
pretty
station
sure back in the
unrelated.
70s when
Can you
Spielberg
just cut the audio off that, please? Just because he's annoying.
when Spielberg did Close Encounters, I'm pretty sure the information they got for the way the UFOs, the orbs, and all the different things played out is based on, I don't know whether it was Hynek or not, but he got good information that turned that into a movie. Do you know what I mean?
He got
Same
yeah.
with ET. You know, the not so much the ET character, because that's well documented how that was created, but the actual story aspect of it, of an alien going into a neighborhood and the three-letter agencies going after it and stuff like that, that is based upon supposedly fact.
I
don't know
think
what fact.
I think I'm
but-
going to become Mundo's best friend right now. But it's either he had knowledge of stuff from, like you say, from Hynek and stuff, or other people, or because it wasn't Alan Hynek in.
Yeah, he had a cameo
Close
right
Encounters.
at the end.
Yeah, he did. Yeah.
Glasses in the pipe.
I think it's predictive programming. Personally, I think we have been like what we're going through right now. I think we have been primed for the past fucking 70 years.
Yeah, I agree with you. I do think we're getting drip fed
Mhm.
information for whatever reason to, do something, convert us or attune us to a way of living or controlling us. I don't know.
Yeah.
Do you really think, with how the world is right now, I could just see them disclosing something and some people just not giving a shit and just going back to TikTok?
I
Oh,
totally
really?
think that would happen. I mean, right, okay, let's play
I
it
think
out
that's
a
the
wee
way we've
second.
been conditioned to take it. Yeah.
But let's say they go full on disclosure, full on aliens, full on greys, whites, the whole Nordics, the whole thing. It's all true. There's 60 or 70 species. There's hundreds of different craft. What honestly is that going to make a difference to you or I going to work? Or, it maybe affect religious people more, but even the Vatican's in on it in the sense that they're all God's children. So what does it matter? what's the benefit? What's the end goal? Do you know what I mean?
Well, it depends what the story is that comes with it.
Yeah, I suppose so.
If the story that comes with it is that these things have been interacting with us for ages, and they were like our creators, then it would be yet another thing which nudges me towards being religious again. One more step, because I've never been a religious person. I'm much closer to being religious now than I ever have been throughout my whole life. I consider myself an atheist for most of it, but I believe that there are people out there that believe in the antithesis to what we consider like a true God, and I don't think they're particularly nice people. So that makes me think if they believe in something like that, then maybe there's something true on the other side. If this happens, I mean, there's a fucking book around which talks about the Great Deception. If we're being fooled into thinking that there is some sort of interdimensional or extraterrestrial life form, that qualifies as a great deception in my book.
Okay, yeah. Not saying no.
But this is the thing. Like I've always said, we're going to hit a point in the future where we will be the conspiracy theorists for saying that this is bullshit. Where we will speak to normies about aliens and go, no, this is fucking nonsense, and it's the government. Have you not heard of Project Bluebeam? And we're going to be called conspiracy theorists because we don't believe the grey people are real.
I don't know.
I think that's pretty much spot on. We've said that for a long time.
Yeah,
that we'll be the ones that not just.
I think we get it now.
The majority of YouTube, the majority of content creators that have been looking into this thing for a long time. Don't get me wrong. When I first started doing this, if they'd have disclosed, I would have been all over it like a rash, and I would have been. This is amazing. Is it going to be amazing? Do I think it's going to be amazing now? No. What I think now, that's just one step close to whatever whatever the end game is.
This week on Rockfin, I'll be able to tell you what I really think and why I think this is happening, but I can't say that on this show.
No, I can understand that. No, but I mean, the problem we've also got is CGI, practical effects, visual effects, and everything to do with the Hollywood. It's got so good now that reality might actually be a bit disappointing.
Yes, yeah.
Because some of these crafts supposedly have been under the ground for 10,000 years or whatever, and that like some of it goes back to like the 30s now. They're going on about magenta in Italy and things like that. What Grush was saying, then I think we could be really disappointed in what they've got.
Maybe. I mean,
we're gonna get something at the end of the month, apparently. Big.
By the way, see when it comes to Knapp and Corbell, I think they are literally getting their strings pulled by Mellon.
Yeah, I think so, and I think Mellon's probably getting his strings pulled by somebody else too. They are definitely the.
Do you not think the Rockefellers have still got a lot to do with this?
There's probably that, and there's probably families we don't even know about. I think there is a massive like Game of Thrones that goes on at that level, because somebody was talking about Elon Musk the other day, and especially when it comes to like Neuralink and stuff like that, and they turn around and say, well, how can you trust somebody that wants to implant like a fucking computer in your head? And so someone was saying, he said I don't believe that Elon Musk's part of like I think he either said Cabal or New World Order, whichever one it was, and he said no, but what if he just wants to be in charge now? And I just think that I don't think there's like one overarching like hand that controls everything. That doesn't make sense, because that's not how anything works anywhere else. Everywhere else in every aspect of humanity, whether it's like at work or even if you've got hobbies and stuff like that, and there's a group of people you're together, there are always people that are within those scenarios that want to get themselves over and push their point forward more than somebody else. Or so I see no reason why the top of the pyramid wouldn't be exactly the same. So I think there's probably many people involved in this, and when these things happen, the various entities will try and work things better in their favor. If that's getting people like Jeremy Corbell on board to push your narrative forward, that's maybe one move you do. Maybe your other move, if you're like a rich, influential person, is like buy the biggest social media platform in the world.
Well, it's like in Hollywood. If you do certain people, if they do certain things in Hollywood, they'll take them right to the top. And within the UFO community, the content creators, if they play ball, they'll get the right interviews, they'll get the right content at the right time.
Lou reviews,
because they play. Lou, that happened to Lou, yeah.
And that's not a knock to Lou. I like the guy, but he properly played ball with the narrative that we're being fed. He's not now.
Then something happened, and he realized that this is not right.
Yeah,
and he got slammed for it, did he not?
That was the turning point for me, because like I was always a bit on the fence with when watching Lou reviews, because I thought I understood it, because I'm like, you're getting all this, you're getting all these because you are going kind of like.
We'd have Lou Elizondo on tomorrow.
Exactly.
Let's be honest.
Yes, we would. We'd still do it now.
Yeah,
of course we would. I would. There'd be a lot of questions asked.
That's why he wouldn't come on.
Yes, exactly. Why wouldn't come on. Yeah. But Lou made the decision that this isn't right, and he totally did a fucking what? It just totally. He set it on fire for a little bit. Thank God now he's coming back with a vengeance, and it's working for him. Actually speaking his mind. That's what people need to do when it comes to.
As I said to Lee earlier on today, I haven't actually even watched his channel. I'll need to probably dip into it at some point.
Good. It's really good.
Yeah, I watch. I find him a bit debunky these days, and to the point where I always think these things were, although you've got to kind of be honest, and I suppose it's easy for me to be honest on one of these.
I think it's because he's pissed off.
I don't know. I'm not sure. I'm not sure whether it's just like a bit. He's trying to lean into that character a little bit more. But it's I'm not saying people should lie to people. Like Third Phase clearly lied to people,
and continue to do so.
But there is a point where everybody watching this, although it's fun to talk about topics.
Well, some aliens.
And it's entertaining, yeah. But nobody wants to be told everything's bullshit all the time.
Yeah.
Nobody wants to be told that Santa Claus.
Because that's the thing, that the
you said to me, Ella.
That's it. But it's just that's why. I mean, I think it's all bullshit. Don't get me wrong. The only difference with me thinking it's bullshit and him thinking it's bullshit is I think there's some sort of satanic cabal that's going to try and take us all over. So at least my bullshit comes with some entertainment. But yeah, I find it weird. I just find it weird how it's evolving, how everything's sort of moving forward, like everything, and it seems to be every step further it's getting a bit more mainstream media attention. It's getting, your Russell Brands will jump onto it, and your Rogans will jump onto it, and then, like you say, all of a sudden there's a bit in the BBC, and then but on the BBC Online it's there. The Guardian had stuff on it. The Daily Mail had stuff on it. I think that's Mick West's job. I think Mick West's job, and I do believe he's an asset of this whole play. His job is to debunk everything, and then there's going to be this one thing where Mick West goes, "I can't explain that," and then all the debunkers are going to go, Mick West can't explain it. The guy that made
Mick West thinks this is real.
Yeah, it has to be real. It has to be real if a guy that made a skateboard game in the 90s thinks it's real. And
that was a good skateboard game.
It was fine.
And I'm not even into skateboard games.
Yeah. I had a
I
good
played
soundtrack.
it. It was all right.
Good soundtrack.
Yeah.
Well, next week, it'd be Rockfin first, right?
Rockfin first. I think we've said the name of the what you need to watch before, haven't we? On the YouTube shows.
Cabal.
Yeah. I'm just I wasn't sure whether it was one of the bannable terms, to be perfectly honest.
We're already
send me a link to whatever it is.
Yeah, we'll do. So Ollie's going to go watch Fall of Cabal. That's 2.5 hours and a bit of soul.
Where's it at?
You can watch it on BitChute and might be on Rumble. It's definitely on
I think
BitChute.
you sent me the Rumble.
I was going to say I'm catching Rumble.
Yeah. Joe, I was amazed to find the other day because I watch Formula One on F1 TV, which you can't get in the UK because I don't want to pay for Sky. I have to use a VPN to do it. You can't access BitChute from America, it would appear.
That's weird.
Or at least wherever I was pinging out of in the US, I couldn't search BitChute. I had to turn my VPN off to access it. It's really weird. But yeah, Ollie's going to watch that, and then
We're getting Graham Hancock's Gardener on the weekend. I know that sounds crazy, but he is actually Graham Hancock's Gardener, and they speak about UFOs and all sorts of stuff because he said he's going to try and get Graham Hancock on the show at some point. But he's done a lot of he's well into the Nazi UFO stories.
Incredible.
So going to do it.
I want to try and get AJ from the Y Files on the channel.
I would adore speaking to that guy. I love his
I have
show.
a loose connection to people that I
Get
know
that
that he
connection,
knows.
Stu.
So
Rub those
I'm not-
nipples.
Tighten that connection. Don't make it loose. Get it tight.
Yeah,
Tight like a tiger.
I'm definitely going to chase that up this week because I wouldn't mind having him on my channel to do with like how he makes the whole heckle fish and the way he produces his channel. But I'd love to get him on here with like you guys in a live show.
That'd be awesome, mate.
Because he's a really nice guy, but he's got a hell of an in-depth amount of knowledge on his subjects.
Your interview with Professor Simon as well. I know you can watch the full thing on your show. Even if you're not really into the whole editing stuff, that's a great interview. But the stuff that you brought on it for Alien Addict was great, Stu.
Yeah, no, I couldn't believe what he was sort of telling me. And the thing is, he's quite clearly said he will come on the channel when they've got more to share. Because he's got two pieces breaking. He's doing something to do with Macrahanish, which is like the big runway base thing, the other side of Aaron from me. And then they're doing something about Rendlesham. But I mean, I've always been not skeptical of Rendlesham, but I've just never quite understood the whole story.
We're gonna have to go, I think. Like
to Rendlesham.
I don't know if Dave will be able to when Dave will be able to make it over, but us three definitely need to go to Rendlesham.
Go for that.
And get the I'll do the probably I'll have to do the driving.
No way. The BBC thing. It's Hugh Edwards.
Really?
Yeah.
Has that just been announced?
No, somebody's just sent me a picture that's obviously come from what he was doing with a picture of him with his arse out.
Fuck. Right. On that note, guys, I'm going to bed. I've got a Bob Lazar documentary to start making tomorrow,
Yes. When's it out, Stu?
Probably
August now.
Probably going to be August now. No, I'm going to try and get it done for the end of the month.
Trailer up on the channel, or teaser.
Might have a little extended teaser by the end of the week if I get my finger out. But,
awesome. But
Lee's going to have to stop sending me TikToks because it just distracts me.
So for anybody who doesn't know, Stu, he's been hard at work for the last quite a few months now, doing a Bob Lazar documentary that is going to be exclusively on Alien Addict. Lee's going to be doing some of the narration. I'm just going to be.
He's going to be doing all the narration.
Yeah, stop trying to play my part, damn bitch. Just because you can't string a sentence together.
Yeah, that's it. I don't think I'd narrate that very well. Bob walked into the UFO and realized it didn't have any nuts and bolts. So he was stroking it thoroughly. No, it's not going to work.
I'm trying
to get
actually,
that in your dick.
Ollie,
Yeah, put it in
how
your
well
dick.
do you know Jeremy, alien scientist? Because he's been on.
I mean, we spoke on and off since I've been doing this.
He's been hitting some pretty big lives these days, hasn't he? Some long lives.
Yeah.
Chase him up this week, will you? And see
Yeah,
if
yeah,
he'll
yeah.
do an interview for the documentary.
Absolutely, he'll definitely do that. I'm sure he will.
Because it's a lot of his, not so much like the actual videos, but the background information is it's a lot of it's I've got off of like his own website and the website they built ages ago. Bob Lazar Debunked.
What we could do is you could do a full interview with him. Take the bits that you want to take to put in the documentary, and then
put the rest together for the channel.
Then after we'll put the full interview out.
Yeah, no, I think it would be good. Right, chase him up.
Will do.
That's the missing link. I've got 3 people. I've got Professor Simon. I've got a couple other people that I'm not going to mention just now because I just want it to be a nice surprise. But I've got 2 other people, but I could do with Jeremy just to get the whole.
Might be able to get Tyler from Secure Team as well.
That could be interesting, yeah.
Just to say maybe just for like a little 10-minute thing.
No, I think that would be good because I don't want it to just
he had Bob Lazar on before any of them, I think. He had before Rogan.
Yeah, he like helped promote the whole Jeremy Corbell
Yes, he did.
documentary long before anybody else. He was on that train early, but anyway. Right, guys, it's been a good show. Thank you very much, and I will see you all during the week.
No worries. No worries.
Have a good one,
see you later,
folks.
Stu.
Cheers.
Ciao.
Bye.
See you later, Stu.
My lad.
Cheerio, Stu. Then there was 2.
It's going to be 1 in a minute. Off to bed myself. 2 hours is a good mark, I think.
I should have just cut off then and gone. And now there's just you and gone.
You should have done. You should have done. So yeah, next week we've got the Rockfin. The Rockfin won't be live, will it, Lee? But
No, Rockfin will go live on Friday after Alien Addict, so you don't have to watch the other rubbish shows.
Yeah, and then we'll have the Sunday show. But I think I'm going to try and get in touch with Hancock's Gardener. That's great. I can't wait for that conversation. Yeah. Well, come on, Lee. I'm not doing the good night, God bless.
No, it's been good. Remember to do all the stuff. If you want to support the channel, go like, share, subscribe. We should have said that at the beginning. We have a Patreon. You can subscribe to the Patreon. There's just do stuff. If there's something that
there's merch,
seems to give us money, just do it. But most of all, just share our stuff, please, because that's probably going to do more than you buying a T-shirt. To be fair, is if you all share the stuff, that would be amazing.
Yeah, and you can become a good channel member.
I always forget channel membership. You can't do that in the Isle of Man.
Yeah, we've got the Tic Tacs. We've got the Tic Tac crew.
I still don't have a Tic Tac. You know, the guy that like stormed off the show and never came back on. He's got a Tic Tac. Yeah,
he has. Right, I'm gonna get working on some more Tic Tacs and UFOs for that matter. Good night, God bless, folks. Mind the bugs don't bite.
Do you think we need something new, not Tic Tacs now?
Maybe.
Tic Tac's a bit dead, isn't it? It's a bit old.
Yeah, let us know in the comments if we should get rid of the Tic Tacs.
I also, do you know what? I don't actually believe the Tic Tac's real. I don't believe that story anymore.
I don't think it's alien.
No.
Not at all. I can't find the outro.
Do you know?
Still?
I've just been watching a great thing in our chat. People have been arguing in our chat. 2 people, a guy called Jay Griff and Tim G Star, and it's gone so unbelievably childish. It's the best thing I've ever read. They're arguing about Rendlesham Forest, and someone says it's fake. Jeff replies saying, "You're fake." Tim replies, "It was 100% fake." Jeff replies, "You're 100% fake."
Oh, and I know Tim's got a YouTube channel. I like him.
It's just the best conversation I've ever read in the chat.
I think it's good to have a little bit of banter back and forth.
Yeah.
That's what we like. As long as people keep it nice and sweet and sexy.
I know. Oh well. We usually say something funny and a bit rude at the end of these shows, but
what are you on about? I still haven't got my suitcase back from Dave's. Fucking confiscated on it.
I'm surprised that suitcase isn't up by a coal.
Well, I'm not being funny. I've never seen it. I only bought it as a souvenir. It's going to go on the shelf.